Hey, you guys.
Hi.
Welcome back to the Unfiltered Woman podcast. It's your girls, Brian, Tabitha.
It's a very special episode, this one. It's our Mother's Day special episode. So
Kudos to the mommy.
all the moms out there, you kind of go back to our own moms and
Yes.
give thanks to obviously the women that brought us here.
Here. Yeah. We're talking about our moms, our experiences as moms, and everything in between.
Right. So whether you're just a mom of the day to day, you're at home or a stepmom, bonus mom, any type of mom, grandma being mom, auntie being mom, any of those, this episode is specifically for you. So stay tuned and let's get into it.
What's one thing that your mom did that you didn't understand, but like now you get it as an adult?
I think just I didn't understand when I was younger, but she'd always tell me on certain things like make sure you wear this, like covering myself up, like my
Mm-hmm.
compose, just the way I was and how to be and stuff, or my manners. Manners
Mm-hmm.
was a huge thing in our family, which as a mom, I could totally understand now.
Yeah,
What
for
about
sure.
you?
Let me think. I always remember my mom like making sure I stayed in the child's place. Like
Yeah.
I didn't understand that. And now as a mom, oh baby, I'll be quick. Get out of here. It's grown people talking or nobody asked you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's true. Like kids need to stay in a kid's place. And you don't understand that, of course, as a kid. But it's important because some things I didn't need to know, or my cousin brought that up the other day. Like, you were always around older people, so you act more
Mm-hmm.
mature. She was like, but I would be the one when we'd have conversations. If your
Mm-hmm.
mom didn't tell you, then I'd be like, Mija, it's grown people talking. You need to excuse yourself or
Right.
go play with the kids because I'd be the one to be like, what's the cheese neck? What y'all talking about?
No, for sure. And I think too, even for me, it was just more of um, making sure I was being respectful to adults and all that. It was
Mm-hmm.
just ensuring that I was doing all that type of things, which now as a mother, you do understand because you want
Mm-hmm.
your kids to be respectful and to understand to know that manners are very important,
Yes.
and
Morals.
morals, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So that she really did install. Which now as a mom, I do realize how, I mean, not to say I didn't really realize, but as a kid, you're not really thinking into that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So with your own, you start to realize that, oh wow, like no, please,
Please.
thank you, yes, ma'am, yes, sir,
Right.
or however.
Mm-hmm.
And just even the morals, and more importantly,
Yeah.
especially when your kids start getting older.
That part.
And I used to think my mom, she'd be doing too much. Like I used to
Mhm,
think especially when she would be upset. I don't
mhm,
know if your mom would do this too. It's like, go clean this and go do that, and you just
mhm.
be like, the heck, you're tripping.
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
Yeah, I do. My mom was always the person to take care of people, so we
Right.
always have people living with us, and I think from work and now being moms, like,
Right.
having our own kids, helping with others, however that
Mhm.
is,
Right.
working, like, now I understand the frustration part of it, so now it's like,
It's
okay,
easier to understand it.
that and let me communicate and say, hey, mommy's having a rough day,
Mhm.
or I was very frustrated at work. Like trying to correct the things that she didn't know how to do. She just was doing what she could and at the moment what was going on. So now it's like, okay, do better, be better.
Right.
So catching those moments where it's like, who I've been emotional. Okay, let them know that.
Yeah,
So at
for
least they
sure.
know. So if
What's
you
up?
pop off, I already warned you.
Yeah. But I think too, it's now realizing our moms were just doing everything.
Everything.
And we weren't really
Everything.
knowing that. Now being
Yes.
moms is like,
I told
now
my
I get
mom
it.
that. I was like, "Girl, you made it seem easy peasy."
Right. And they
Like
had more than just us.
mhm.
You and me, we have both two kids, but
Right.
imagine all of them in the same type of,
Yes.
like it was me and my brother and my sister,
Mhm.
and I was the oldest. My
Mhm.
two siblings were about a year apart. So I can't imagine how that would have been with three
3.
all over.
Mhm.
Both our kids are pretty separated
Separated.
age,
Yes.
so
Yes.
it's just more of like, damn. And I
Mhm.
always tell her that too. Like, I don't know how the hell you did it with us.
And they made it look like I never knew my parents were arguing or fighting.
Right.
Like my mom, how could I say, like she made it to where what I needed to know versus what I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I really was a child. even up until I turned like 17, and that's where the conversations got deeper and her explaining, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so for sure. We didn't see it too because we were always at school and,
Well, we were being kids.
we were being kids.
So we
Yeah.
didn't get to really, like,
Hmm.
pay attention to all those little things and the details or
And what
even
was
just
important to them
right,
wasn't important to us because we was just trying to get good grades, play outside, like kid shit.
just be kids,
Kids. Yeah. Yeah.
So what's something you would thank your mom for today?
Oh, that's a good one. I would just thank my mommy, and I thank her all the time, but just to thank her for just being there, like, whether it's good, bad, like my mom is always supportive. She's always there. Like she's just always in mommy mode,
Mhm.
and nana mode. Like it's when it comes down to my girls, there's no questions asked. Like
Yeah.
my mom, I don't care if Jen needs snacks. She'll be like, "You want me to go get it real quick?" And I'm like, "No, mom, I'm just saying, like, I can get it." But, or she'll just do spontaneous things where it's like, "Oh, I noticed she lost bows, so I bought her this." So
Yeah.
my mom is like my rib, my backbone. Like she has multiple body parts on me that just keeps me like, she's everything to me.
That's
So thank you, mommy. I love you.
Oh, that's
What
beautiful.
about you?
I think I'd like to thank my mom just for always being there
Mm.
too. Even since we were younger, my mom was always just at all our practices. Mind you,
Yeah.
it's three of us, but she was always at our practices. She
Hmm.
was always at any event, school event,
Yeah.
awards, everything.
Just
Like,
present.
yeah,
Yeah.
now being a mom myself, you realize like how much that really does stretch you, especially
Yeah.
when you have multiple kids. So for me, it's just thanking her for being there all the time. And the same with my kids. Like,
Hmm.
she's still that grandma, like with my son and all his sports activities. She's there recording him. And
Right.
even though
Jerseys and the
she's in front of
shirt.
people, she don't care. Like
Right.
she's like,
Yeah.
those type of things or any of
Mhm.
his events. The same thing with Demi. It's just always being there
Yeah.
or there's always something new in the house, like for Demi that she'll just leave, like a little
Mhm.
toy, a little something.
Mhm.
So just that, just always being present, always making the effort, to be
Mhm.
there. And I think that's something I really do appreciate for my mom.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Even at their age, they ain't old, they seasoned, okay? And at that, like, they don't complain. They're still very hands-on. Like with this whole relationship and stuff, my mom's very like, go do you, it's okay. Or make sure you take time out for yourself.
Yeah.
Like very understanding. So I
Mhm.
appreciate that because that helps a lot.
Oh yeah.
Especially being like a single parent, like just to be like, okay, my kids are good. I can relax. I can enjoy myself. My mom's good. They got
Right.
money. They got everything they need. Like, I appreciate that.
And I think too for my mom. So, mom, I want to tell you, thank you for making me be the woman I am today.
Yes.
Because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be who I am. And always just being there and being present. And now I understand being a mom, how much you were really
Mm.
doing and the fact that we talk about nowadays of, like check in on yourself and this and this and that. And I
They
can't
didn't have
imagine
that.
how hard it was for them to do what they did without anybody asking them,
Right.
hey, did you eat today? Are you okay? Do you
Hmm.
need anything? So I'm sorry that I wasn't aware of that as being a kid. But
Yeah.
now that I am, I just want you to know that you're so appreciative and thank you for all you do.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to tell your mom anything?
Thank you, mommy. I really appreciate you. Thank you for holding it down, girl, and
Yes.
being present, being my support system, and always encouraging me and speaking words and blessings and prayers. My mom, we're going to pray us down. So I appreciate you and I love you. Thank you for all that you do and have done.
Yes. So thank you, mamas. We love you. So now that we're on this segment too, now let's talk about us as
That's just
mother.
because, baby, motherhood is not what people make it seem.
Absolutely
It's ghetto
not.
out here.
No, it really is. And so what do you think has been the hardest part for you as a mom?
Well, that's a good question. I would say just adapting to everything and finding the balance. I didn't, of course, predict or thought that I would ever be a single parent two times, but God makes no mistakes and my kids are blessings. So the hard part was hard, but once I understood like what has to be done and what I
Right.
have to do, it's a challenge. And I
Right.
love challenges. So they keep me going, they keep me humble, they keep me on my toes, and now
Hmm.
intervene and carry with the flow. he's very hands-on. So it's nice to once again have another person that I trust and be
Yeah.
like, okay, I could go shower or go take a break for 30 minutes and you got
Mhm.
Jen or Kristen's good, So I would say just that part, just adapting and getting used to and, figuring stuff out. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get her. So we're gonna get it done and figure it out one way or another.
Either or.
Yeah. How about you?
The hardest part. Okay, so I've had 2 experiences.
Hmm.
My first one was with my son, who is my stepson. I got in his life when he was about 2 years old,
So that's her baby.
and that's my son, that's my baby.
Hmm.
So, I think the hardest part there was just learning
Hmm.
to know what it was to be a mom,
Yes.
because I didn't know nothing,
Okay.
as far as, like, even the emotional effect after having kids and
Hmm.
stuff like that. I think it was just navigating and learning to be sensitive with him, and building a relationship. I
Right.
think the most important part was building that relationship with him. Yeah, and trust.
Hmm.
And to be able, one day when he just ended up calling me mom, I was just like, it made me
Yeah.
cry. And it was so nice. And me and him have like such an amazing
Yeah.
relationship. And that was something I cherish. So he initially made me a mother
Yeah.
because he chose
He
to make me a
did.
mom.
Hmm.
For my daughter, I think the hardest part was, I think, kind of losing my identity,
Hmm.
knowing that um, I was changing
Hmm.
without knowing I was
Changing.
changing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yes.
I think, I think too, prior to her, because I had lost a
Hmm.
baby with her, my baby Ari, I think that just kind of trickled in to becoming a mom. And the hardest part there was just navigating,
Hmm.
and just feeling like safe, feeling like, okay, everything's good. My baby's going to be
Right.
okay.
Right.
I think that's where I struggled as the
Hmm.
hardest part as mom. And then also being wanted and needed by everybody. I think that
Ooh.
was the hardest part because, of course, I have my husband. My husband wanted me. My son wanted me. And
Hmm.
then this baby just relied on me and
Hmm.
I wanted me. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Right.
it was just like,
Figuring out the balance.
it was just, that was hard,
Yeah.
really hard.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, definitely those are the challenging parts, I think, of motherhood for sure.
That's the thing, like, moms don't give themselves enough credit,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
we're trying to figure out everything. So it's like, it's okay to step back and be like, you know what? I got up, I got us all ready, I took us to school, I made
Mhm.
breakfast, we ate, we might have bought food out for dinner, but you know what? We got through the
Yeah.
day without feeling guilty or bad, like, I had to
Right.
do this, or I had to spend money, or they ate bad today. If your day consists of whatever that was and you got through it and your kids and you made it home safely and everybody's straight, pat yourself on the back
Yeah, for sure.
because it's hard out here sometimes.
It is. And although, yeah, a lot of women don't give themselves credit for being
Mm-mm.
moms, but I know we are doing that now.
We do
So
it all the time.
all the time,
All the
because it
time.
does make a big difference when you're in your head a lot and you think
Yes.
you're very short on
Hmm.
things and you're doing it all and you're not feeling like anyone understands you,
Or sees you or
or
values like you,
yes. So it's so important to definitely give yourself those kudos because you're
Hmm.
doing it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us too.
Hmm.
Like, don't think you're alone
Right.
because it does feel lonely
It
as a
does.
mom. It really
Oh, for
does,
sure.
especially right after having kids. You really do feel like you're by yourself because nobody understands what the
Hmm.
heck is going on,
Yeah.
you know?
And I feel for us too because we breastfed our girls.
Yeah.
She beat me by far, but
It don't matter. Breastfeed's breastfeeding,
breastfeeding,
okay?
yes. We did 6 months strong,
Yeah.
and even that, like, you do feel lonely because you're waking up at 2 in the morning to feed the child
Yep.
and the dad's knocked out or chilling or whatever the case. And it's like, but
Yeah.
what can you do? Like, your baby relies on your breast milk. So it's kind of like, getting out your head. Your head will make you feel and think all of what's not there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Or it could be that, and that could be your reality of like,
Mhm.
okay, is this what I'm selling for? Is this what I want?
Right.
And if so, then I need to change something about it so that you don't feel like that, you know?
It's also communicating with your partner. Like,
Mhm.
I definitely had to learn to do that
Right.
because I did a lot of things in silent,
Mhm.
thinking, okay, I'm not going to complain or say, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
just didn't want to be that person, but I realized I had to communicate with him what
Mhm.
was going on because I literally felt like I was drowning.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
to
we're
make it make sense, but it's just you're doing so much, and I feel
Mhm.
like when you're breastfeeding, you're very exhausted,
Mhm.
and it's like those breaks of sleep where it's again, they're sleeping and you're just there and you're in the
Yeah.
middle of the night, you're by yourself. That's where you cry a lot because you're just
Mhm.
like, I want to sleep too. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, for
the
sure.
shower was definitely my crying place, but
Mhm.
it was just hard
Yeah.
because you would hear the babes. I don't know if this happened to you. I'd be in the shower and I'd be like,
I gotta hurry up.
or I
Yeah.
feel like I heard her, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
oh my
Mhm.
God,
Yeah.
And it was just the needing, the needing, the needing. So definitely give yourself credit
Yeah,
for
for sure.
everything you do because it's definitely something you should be proud of.
Mhm. Yes.
What kind of mom are you proud of being?
I'm proud of just being present. Like I'm
Mm.
here. My girls know that. They know that mommy's gonna provide. Mommy's gonna make sure we're good. Mommy's gonna make sure I got food. Mommy's gonna make sure like they don't know not that there's bad, but they
Right.
don't know no different. But mommy's got it.
Mhm.
Even with the little one, like she's starting to learn, but Kristen is the one where it's like, okay, I am doing a good job. It is
Mhm.
rewarding. She's appreciative. So it's like moments like that where it's like, just do what you can, be there. That
Yeah,
means more than anything.
absolutely.
What about you?
I think too the same, being present, a present
Mhm.
mom. I feel like with my son, work was a very big priority and just my own identity then,
Mhm. Mhm.
And with Demi, after having her, I just learned, or I think it just comes with having a child
Mhm.
that you learn like it's not you anymore. Like
Yeah.
this
Oh,
is,
for sure.
you know, something baby that just came from you and it's like relying on you.
Mhm.
And so I started to feel more of like, I need to be present for her,
Mhm.
and not just present where I'm just there, but it's like I'm taking in all those little moments
Right.
because I know they're not going to last forever.
Forever.
I
Yeah.
feel like the first year was like
A blur.
a blur.
Yeah.
I've had moments of like here and there, but now I'm just like, okay, I don't want this to be a blur anymore. I need to be more
Mhm.
present. So I think that's the type of the mom being there and always being for my kids.
And
Like,
supportive.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
very
We're like all of the above.
I always make it a point, either whether it's my husband or I, even for our son, like he
Mhm.
has a lot of different sports he does and things. So there's things sometimes where him and I typically are there for
Mhm.
everything, but there's times we can't. So
Right.
either one of us is there being present. But I appreciate that on both our behalfs,
Right.
to do that and
Mhm.
being able to be present for him. And then the same for our daughter, just making sure we're there and being present in those little moments. Just taking those little things. And that's another thing with my mom. She was very like holidays, things like that.
Mhm.
It was known in my
Yeah.
house because you
Yeah.
would see it.
Right.
Like she made
Decorated.
yes,
We have the
girl.
train. My dad used to drive trains, so we always have like a train going through the
Yeah.
little villages. Remember the old ass
Yes. We
villages?
have them still. I still put them
Girl,
up. But
mom has them too.
but those little things,
Yes.
like it just made it feel magical.
Mhm.
And so now with my kids, I try to
Doing the
do that
same.
because
For
I'm
sure.
just like, I know the tooth fairy Santa, but I don't
Yeah.
care. They're still alive.
Shaped our
They're still
character.
real.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
For
I
sure.
want that for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like when we were younger, we had such imagination
Yes.
because of course we didn't have any phones.
Oh.
We didn't have any of that. So it was
Mhm.
like we got to explore and be kids.
Yes.
So I want the same for mine to
Right.
just be able to feel that.
Mm.
So what's something you've done where you thought like, oh, I'm really doing this?
Shit every day. Be honest. Nah. I would say, yeah, like in general, let me think.
Even if it's something that, oh my God, I'm doing what my mom is doing. Is there anything you're doing like that you can relate?
Kind of now, like, so now that Kristen's older, it's introducing chores.
Okay.
So it's like we getting our feet wet, like washing
Yeah.
the dishes. Okay, for instance, like my mom was a real stickler of like, don't do half-ass shit. If
God.
you do it half-assed, then you gotta go back and do it again. So just do it the right, the first time. Do it correctly.
Mhm.
So now I'm going through that with Kristen, where like, for example, she washes dishes. Y'all, she only wash dishes Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, okay?
Oh my gosh.
That's all. She's to keep her room clean every single day, okay? That's it. That's all. This girl. The other day, she's washing dishes, but she's like mad she's washing them. So this is like week a month. Like, come on,
Yeah.
get with it. Well, I put the dishes up and it's still food and stuff in there, greasy and shit. And I'm like, this is nasty. Like, you
Yeah.
didn't even wash it.
Right.
I did. No, you didn't. So guess what I did? We reran the whole soap water and you're going to rewash them. They're dirty.
Yeah.
And like, just teaching her, like, I remember my mom, if I did the dishes and I didn't wipe the sink. Come back, Mariah. A man don't like a nasty woman or a nasty house. My granny used to say the same thing. So it's like, you need to
Oh
spray
my
and wipe
gosh.
down the counters, sweep the floor, and if the floor's dirty, mop it. So now it's like, I get it. Because if you gonna do the kitchen, do the whole kitchen. Don't just
Mhm.
half-ass or pick and choose. Like,
Yeah.
nobody wants to fucking clean the kitchen.
That's so funny because I think too, now that you're saying that, my mom would have me do things like cooking and all that.
Oh,
And I would just be there like, why the fuck
this is
am I
boring.
doing this? Like,
Mhm.
why are my brother and sister doing this? Like, you know what I'm saying? And she would be like, because you need to learn how to cook. What are you going to do when I'm not here anymore? What are you going to
Mhm.
do when you're off to wherever? Like, you need to learn.
This the one. My grandmother and my mom. How you gonna get to a man's heart? A man's heart is his food. And I'm like, what, child? I'm like,
Yeah, I never got told
and
any
it
of
go,
that kind of stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking it go past the heart and down to the stomach. So what you talking? Until it's like, no, if you don't learn how to cook, like, if your man can't cook, who gonna cook? Like, how y'all gonna survive? And it's
Oh my
like,
God.
okay, those little things where it's like, that is important, at least for them,
For
you
sure.
know?
And also like cleaning and stuff. My
Hmm.
mom, she wasn't so much on like telling me like as far as a husband and stuff. It was
Okay.
more like, clean it, look at your room. Pareces puerco, meaning pig. You act like
Yeah.
a pig, living like
Girls
a
don't
pig.
live
Yeah,
like
like
this.
you, oh, what if I brought your friends over here and let them see how you live? I'd
Yes.
be like, oh my God,
This my
relax.
room.
But yeah, it was always cleaning, the cooking, our chores. Saturday
Yes.
morning, girl.
With the jammy jams.
Freaking outside. My dad and them would want to
Mowing the
do the
lawn.
yard, all that. I hated doing outside. I still do. I don't do
I
any of that
don't.
shit. But
Mm.
I would literally be, I'll clean the whole house. I'll clean the whole house. And you
Yeah.
guys be outside. And my mom would be like, all right.
Okay. But like, as adults now and as parents, it makes sense because I even tell Kristen to this day, like, if I ask you to do the dishes on those days,
Right.
just bear with me, like work
Mhm.
with me because I still
Mhm.
gotta toggle everything else. So if that's the least that I'm asking, like, that's the least you could do.
But you know what's so funny? Because you and I both do that. I do that with my son too. I'm
Hmm.
like, I'm at work all freaking day and then I have
Yep.
to come and I'm doing this, I'm
Take
doing
care of
that.
your sister.
My mom never did that.
No,
She
they
would
just
never say that to
yeah.
me. Like, I've been here cooking, cleaning, doing this, what, like, never
Yeah.
said that to me. And me now, I voice it because again, we're at different times where it's now like, fuck that. I'm going to
Hmm.
tell you,
I need help.
like,
Hmm.
you got me fucked up.
Well, our parents too, our moms basically were like stay-at-home moms.
Yes,
So the lifestyle's completely different. We
absolutely.
work Monday through Friday.
Yes.
And then we
Sometimes
clap
weekends.
hands and then we got little ones. So
Right, right.
it's like, if I need help, just fuck everybody there.
Yeah.
Like, help me. So
But, my mom would never explain that stuff to me. Like, I need you to
it was
do this.
expected for
It
her to
was
do
just
that.
like, this is your chore, do
Do
it.
it.
You know?
Well, that's
And
the
now our
problem.
kids,
We got
because
it.
we've been so vocal, they're just like, okay,
Why?
why? Or I say, hey, can you go take the trash out? What does he do? Push the fucking trash down deeper, down more, so it doesn't have to get
Bye.
pulled out. Like, are you kidding me?
Right, right.
I don't know. Our kids are just different. They would have not survived back then, I don't think.
Bitch, what? I was picking my own switch off
Oh,
the plum tree. Not no regular tree. Y'all know a plum tree got that extra like layer.
girl.
They wouldn't have never survived. Like, my bike getting put up. That just hurt my soul. Like,
Yeah.
it
Shit.
was taking away things that really meant something to us
Going
to where,
outside.
yes.
We used to stand in the corner,
Mm.
in the middle, literally the corner.
Mm.
My mom and dad, mainly my mom, she would always be the punisher. I wouldn't say the punisher, but she was,
The
because she was there,
disciplinary.
always there. So we would go in the corner for a certain time, each one of us, three. And then if we got in trouble, all of us got in trouble
Okay,
sometimes.
I do that
Or it
now.
would be majority me because I was the
The oldest.
oldest. Ooh, I remember getting freaking just slapped,
Yeah.
and I'd be like,
Oh, my mom used to pinch this right here.
yeah.
Excuse
Mm.
me. Or she'd be like, now when we get to this store,
Oh my God.
don't ask for nothing. Don't look for nothing. And I'm not buying it. So don't even ask. You know my ass. Can I? I used to piss her off.
Oh my God. I would do the same though. Because I would
And
tell her,
still walk out with something like,
well, I wouldn't, it'd be like, oh, mom, can I go to my friends? Like, they're all doing whatever, whatever. No, please. No. And then I'm like, come on, mom, please. Okay, go ask your dad. Mom, he's going to say no.
yeah.
Please. And then she'd be like, fine, that's fine, but be home by whatever. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
like, it was her. I would always try to like, oh, let
Oh,
me
for
ask
sure.
her,
My
'cause
mom was
my
the
dad, it was a
Vanessa.
straight
No.
fuck no.
Yep. For real. Yeah.
But now, as a mom, I understand a lot,
Mm.
trust a lot,
Yeah.
which sometimes I'm even like, whew, honey,
Yeah.
I don't even know how we do it sometimes.
I don't know. We just do it. We gets it done, honey.
Yeah. So I guess the most important thing about being a mom is just knowing that you're doing it, whether you feel like you're not.
Yeah.
You're doing it. You're doing a good job. And your kids, at the end of the day, they're really not going to know everything you're doing as
Right.
much as you would love them to. They're going to understand it when, again, we all get older. They get older, like how we do now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I remember my mom saying that, like, the stuff I'm telling
Right.
you, you may not get it right now. You may not like it, but I guarantee you, when you start experiencing life, you will remember the things that your dad and I installed in you. And
Right.
to this day, I'll be like, okay, this is what you're talking about.
Yes.
Or my thought process will be like, fuck, what would my dad do?
Right.
What would my granny do? How would mom handle this? And those are some of the times where like shit just clicks and it's like, okay, I appreciate y'all. I'll tell my mom all the time, like, y'all should have been whooping my ass
Okay.
with my mouth and me trying to be
Ooh.
sneaky and shit. Cause now Kristen's trying it and I'm shutting it down. I'm not doing that. But it's like
I agree,
those
girl.
things where it's like, okay, I'm taking from what y'all did in the past. I gotta remix this shit, but it's
Seriously.
gonna be similar because it worked. Like I'm not just all bad off, but you know what I'm saying?
No.
So it's like, okay, y'all might have knew a little something, I
Okay.
guess.
I guess. But it's definitely learning.
Mhm.
It's definitely going through it.
Giving yourself grace.
Definitely giving yourself grace.
Whew.
And there's no playbook. There's no perfect.
No.
There's no right
Trial
way,
and
wrong
error.
way. You're learning as you go. Like,
Mhm.
I think you and I have like even compared contrast on our own situations.
Yes.
And we start to realize like it's just different.
It's
It's
very
never going to
different.
be the same,
Mhm.
And it's just learning. It's going through the motion. It's always going to change,
Yeah. Yeah.
All I know is I don't know how our moms dealt with the attitudes and all that, because now with our own kids, it's like,
My patience is
what
shot.
the fuck? You know?
That's why I told them they should have been whooping my ass because
That's what
I
I'm
would have been
saying.
popping
Like,
the
what?
hell like.
Yeah, but even then, it's just more of like, for my own kids, I'm just like, oh, do you know what I could have
Mhm.
been doing? Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because our moms did it to us. So
Right.
it's just like, it's crazy. It's a
Yeah.
full circle
For sure.
moment a lot
For
of the
sure.
times as moms. But
Yeah.
other than that, again, you don't have to be a perfect mom,
Just be one.
and just be present. And give yourself grace and a pat on the back because you're fucking doing it. Okay.
Kudos
So
to you, honey.
congrats to all you mommies, first
Yes.
time mommies, about to be mommies,
Yeah.
and current mommies.
Grieving over
Yes.
moms, like we feel for you too, you know.
Yes.
And no, I really, really feel like our parents, we come from them, so they'll
Yes.
always be with us. So if your mom is gone, then just the advice I could give you from personal preference is just think like her, act like her, do as she would, And when you have those hard moments, maybe look at a funny video or hear their voice
Memories.
or just pray. Like, just pray to God in them and know that they'll always be with you.
Yes,
So we give our hearts to y'all.
absolutely.
We love
So
y'all.
we love you guys, and we hope you enjoyed this segment for
Yes.
Mother's Day. So go back to your families and enjoy your time and let them pour onto
To
you
you.
and let them give you a special day.
Yes.
And if you don't have that, give it to yourself.
Self.
Okay. It's totally fine. So,
Mhm.
and so to every mom listening, we see you
We honor you, we feel you, and you're not alone.
and you're doing better than you think. If you know any mother that needs it, go ahead and send it to
Send it to
them and
them.
let them know. But from both of us,
Happy
happy
Mother's
Mother's Day.
Day.
Stay
Stay
unfiltered.
unfiltered.
And we'll see you on the next
Next
one.
one.
So thanks for watching The Unfiltered
Unfiltered woman.
Women.